All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Pistons, Bulls. Pistons rolling with Ivy, Duncan, Asar, Paul Reed, and Isaiah Stewart. No Cade Cunningham, no Jalen Duren, and no Tobias Harris. So this is a huge moment for Jaden Ivey to step up in this basketball game for the Pistons tonight. Bulls are rolling with Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, Isaac Okoro, Mates Bazulis, and Nikola Vucevic. They are out a bunch of guys. No Giddey, Smith, White for the Bulls tonight. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the show. Pistons and Bulls, a historic rivalry over the years in the Eastern Conference. Obviously, you had the bad boy days with Jordan and the Pistons going at it. Paul Reed at the center for tip-off, and we are underway with some Detroit Pistons basketball. Asar Thompson at the top of the key. Isaiah Stewart sets a screen, backs off of it now, gets it off to Jaden Ivey, who's working on Jones. Ivy working on the left side, inside to Isaiah Stewart. He puts up a shot. Count the bucket for Isaiah Stewart. He's on the board. What's going on, Ryan? How you doing, buddy? 11:35 left to play in the first quarter. Vucevic with the basketball. Dishes it outside to Mates, working on Asar. Kicks it out, back out to Huerter at the top of the key, working on Jaden Ivey. Huerter kicks it out to Vucevic. Vucevic tries a three over Beef Stew. No good, off the mark, boarded by Jaden Ivey. Here come the Pistons back the other way. Asar Thompson working on Jones. Kicks it out to Duncan Robinson. Asar sets the screen for Duncan. Kicks it out to Paul Reed, working on Mates on the right corner. Reed drives baseline underneath, inside, puts up a crazy left-handed layup. No good, off the mark, boarded by Vucevic. Jones with the basketball, working inside, kicks it out to Okoro. Okoro works inside. Tough finish for the Bulls, and they even it at 2-2 apiece. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, guys. Like and subscribe. If you guys are new, appreciate you guys all tuning in. Ball's out of bounds here, going to stay with the Pistons basketball. How about the win the Pistons had on Monday night, guys? Unfortunately, I was not able to call that game. How about an absolute dominant performance over the New York Knicks, the 2 seed currently in the Eastern Conference? Very well could be a preview of a playoff matchup once again this season. So that was awesome to see it at home and giving revenge to the guys over in New York, man. We'll see what happens moving down the stretch for that. Pistons with the basketball now. Asar Thompson at the top of the key. Kicks it off to Jaden Ivey. Ivey rolls to his right. Thought about a mid-range jump shot inside to Paul Reed. Paul Reed reverse layup off the mark. No good. Boarded by Nikola Vucevic. Vucevic gives it up inside to Huerter. Huerter puts it up and in. Cross-court pass, 4-2 basketball game. What's up, Beatty? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. 10:25 left to play here in the first quarter. Isaiah Stewart working inside against Vucevic. Isaiah Stewart gets his shot blocked by Vucevic, ends up in Ivey's hands. Cross-court pass to Duncan Robinson. He tries it for three, and he hits it. Tough shot for Duncan Robinson from the corner. Pistons take a 5-4 lead here. Vucevic gives it to Jones. Jones working on Jaden Ivey at the top of the key. Cross-court pass to Okoro. Isaac Okoro working inside against Paul Reed. Back out now to Huerter, working on Duncan Robinson. Vucevic loses it, stolen away by Asar Thompson. Asar working on the left wing here, trying to set up the offense, trying to back down Jones. Asar kicks it out to Jaden Ivey. He tries a deep three at the top of the key. Off the mark, no good. Boarded by the Bulls, and they're looking to push it back the other way here. Jones working inside for the lob to Mates for the slam. It's a 6-5 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all stopping. What's going on, Leo? How you doing? Yeah, a lot of starters out for both teams here. No Cade, no Tobias, and no Duren for the Pistons tonight. Duncan Robinson takes a three from the left wing, off the mark, no good. Boarded by Isaiah Stewart. He tips it back out to Asar Thompson. Asar looking to reset up the offense, regain the shot clock. Asar Thompson goes to his left, inside, left-handed layup off the mark here, no good. Boarded by the Bulls. Mates working on the right side here on Paul Reed. Kicks it out to Huerter. Back outside to Mates. He tries a three over Paul Reed. Off the mark, no good. Boarded by Nikola Vucevic. Inside here, it's going to be a goaltend call on Isaiah Stewart. Count the bucket for Nikola Vucevic. Cade Cunningham is not playing in this basketball game. No Cade, no Tobias Harris, and no Jalen Duren. That is 3 starters out missing for the Pistons tonight. So you're going to have to rely on Isaiah Stewart, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Duncan Robinson having to come up clutch for the Pistons tonight. Paul Reed from the left side for three. Banks it in. The bank is open for B-ball, Paul Reed. What a shot from the left wing for Paul Reed. He knocks down a three. Mates goes to his left inside, count the bucket and the foul. Nice drive from Mates Bazulis. He's going to go to the free throw line and try and complete the three-point play here. 10-8 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the show. Pistons versus Bulls. Hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic night, guys. Mates is at the free throw line trying to knock down the three-point play. Bulls right now have for their starters as Okoro, Buzelis, Vucevic, Huerter, Jones. Pistons have Duncan, Paul Reed, Isaiah Stewart, Jaden Ivey, and Asar Thompson. Mates knocks down the free throw. It's an 11-8 basketball game. Jaden Ivey gives it up to Isaiah Stewart. Back outside of Duncan Robinson at the top of the key, working on Isaac Okoro. Duncan trying to fight off Isaac. Works inside, cross-court pass to Paul Reed at the top of the key, working on Kevin Huerter. Inside to Isaiah Stewart, one-on-one against Nikola Vucevic. Tough shot up and in underneath for Isaiah Stewart. It's 11-10 basketball game. 8:11 left to play in the first quarter. Vucevic at the top of the key gives it off to Jones. Jones working on Ivey. Drives to his right, puts up a tough layup off the high glass and in. Shout out to George Blaha. 13-10 basketball game. Jones is on the board. Asar Thompson goes coast to coast the opposite direction. He answers nicely. 13-12 basketball game. Jones at the top of the key gives it off to Vucevic. Finds Buzelis on the left side here. Okoro thought about a three, working inside. Finds Vucevic. He tries a wide open three at the top of the key. No good, off the mark, boarded by Asar Thompson. Goes off of Duncan Robinson's leg for a second. Paul Reed scoops it up, though, for the Pistons. Here we go, top of the key. 7:25 left to play in the first quarter. Jaden Ivey, inside right-handed layup is off the mark, no good. It looked like he got fouled, though, and Jaden Ivey, I believe, is going to go to the free throw line. If you guys are new to the stream, like the live stream, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Again, multiple starters out for the Pistons tonight. No Cade, no Tobias, and no Jalen Duren for the Pistons tonight. Again, the Bulls, they're also dealing with some injuries of their own as well here. So it's going to be a matter of the depth that is going to win this team this basketball game tonight. Jaden Ivey at the free throw line, knocks down the first free throw, 13-13 basketball game. Ron Holland checks into the game here for the Pistons. 7:24 left to play in the first quarter. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like and subscribe. Pistons took down the Knicks a couple days ago on Monday night. That was a good win for the Pistons. They have the Clippers, I believe, Saturday night. That's the next basketball game. I'll be breaking down that game for you guys once again. Isaiah Stewart checks out here for a breather. Ivey at the free throw line. Second free throw is on the way for the Pistons. Bulls also make a substitution as well here. Ayo Dosunmu and Ulbrich has checked into the game for the Bulls as well. Ayo Dosunmu gives it up to Mates at the top of the key. Finds Kevin Huerter. Huerter on the right side here, stolen away by Paul Reed. He knocks out of bounds, going to stay here with Chicago Bulls basketball. Pistons 14, Chicago Bulls 13. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. 7:09 left to play here in the first quarter. Okoro looking to inbound the pass here for the Bulls. Gives it up to Ayo Dosunmu. Ayo working on Jaden Ivey at the top of the key. Finds Kevin Huerter. Turnaround jump shot for three. No good. Way off the mark. Bulls rebounded here. Working on the right wing. Okoro finds Mates Buzelis. He puts up a three. No good. Off the mark here. It's going to be rebounded by the Pistons. They got numbers back the other way. Duncan Robinson looking to push it for the Pistons. On the right side here. One-on-one against Mates. Duncan Robinson pulled up for three. It's blocked by Mates. It's going to stay here, though, with Pistons basketball. Naughty Ghost, appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Welcome to the stream, dude. Hope you're having a good night, my friend. Got a commercial break underway here for a Pistons full timeout. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat, guys. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Pistons looking for a win on a Wednesday night in the Motor City. Once again, they took down the Knicks a couple nights ago. That was a beatdown that we won by, I think, 30 points in that game. So love to see, man. That's a legit potential first round playoff matchup for the Pistons. Well, not first round, but it could be later in the postseason for the Knicks and Pistons. Possibly, dare I say, Eastern Conference Finals, Pistons, Knicks. That would be crazy, man. So again, Pistons without 3 of their starters on the floor tonight. No Cade. He's dealing with a little bit of a wrist issue. I don't think it's anything serious, though. It's just kind of an extra precautionary measure the Pistons are taking here. He should be fine for the game against the Clippers on Saturday. And we'll see what happens, monitor the situation with Jalen Duren and Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris has a hip injury that he's dealing with right now for the Pistons, so we're probably not going to get him back until probably late January. Hopefully, we can get him back by then. And then Duren, hopefully, ideally next week with his ankle injury as well. Appreciate you guys all stopping and welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Welcome to the party. Appreciate you guys all being here. Like the live stream, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Pistons 14, Bulls 13 on this fine Wednesday night in the Motor City. Pistons, number 1 in the Eastern Conference, 27-9. They've had a dominant record at home. They're 13-3 at home this year. Bulls still trying to get up in the East. They're 17-19, trying to get to 500 again. They're having injury issues themselves, but they could possibly make the play-in tournament for that potential 7-8 seed in the Eastern Conference. So Matas right now, he's leading scorer for the Bulls. He's got 5 points. Beef Stew's got 4 points for the Pistons. Ivy has 2 rebounds and 3 assists as well. What's going on, Selena? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in, Selena. Good to see you. What do you think about the Bulls signing that 5'7" guard? You'll have to inform me on that, Ryan. Not too much information that I know about that. I'll have to look that up later. But if it helps your team out, go for it. What's up, MSU? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good win against USC. Bounce back win for the Spartans. We got Northwestern tomorrow, right? So Big Ten action coming up here. So looking forward to it. Transfer additions from Michigan State. We got that running back from UConn, and then we got Hank Fraley's son, right, from North Dakota State for center. He's like a pretty good center too in the portal. So Charles Brantley coming up back. Yeah, it's a big plus for the Pistons as well, or for the Pistons for Sparty as well. Coming back from commercial break here. Pistons, Duncan Robinson knocks down a 3-point shot immediately after the commercial break was over. Bulls have it back the other way here. Kevin Huerter with the basketball working inside here, trying to find Ulbrich. Ulbrich has his shot blocked. It's going to be boarded around here by the Pistons. It's going to be Pistons basketball going back down the other way. Yuki Kawamura? Interesting. I'll have to check that out. Pistons at the top of the key here. Jaden Ivey working on Ayo Dosunmu. Duncan Robinson now has it. Ivy sets the screen for Duncan. Duncan rolls off. It goes to the rim. Shot is off the mark here. No good. Boarded by the Bulls. Working inside here to Huerter. Huerter shot blocked by Ron Holland on the other way here. Huerter gets it back though. Ayo Dosunmu puts up a tough 3 and he hits it. Tough shot for Ayo Dosunmu. 17-16 basketball game. 5:45 left to play here in the first quarter. Asar Thompson on the right wing here. Drives baseline, working inside. Backdoor pass to Duncan Robinson. He goes to his left. Finds Ron Holland. He puts up a 3. Off the mark here, no good. Boarded by the Pistons. Paul Reed has it. Gives it up to Asar Thompson. Finds Ivy at the top of the key. Duncan Robinson sets the screen for Ivy. Ivy rolls off it. Working inside, trying to post up on the Bulls. Gets it to Duncan. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Duncan has to put up a crazy 3. Off the mark here, no good. Bulls looking to push it back the other way here with a nice cross-court pass layup to Ayo Dosunmu, and the Bulls take a 1-point lead. Bulls 18, Pistons 17. 5:05 left to play here in the first quarter. Jaden Ivey with the basketball, gives it to Paul Reed on the left wing. Paul Reed back outside of Duncan Robinson. Duncan looking to drive inside here. Gets it to Ron Holland. Holland drives also to the left. Puts up a right-handed layup, and he finishes. Tough finish at the rim for Ron Holland. Appreciate you guys all stopping and welcome to the party, folks. What's going on, Brock Purdy fan? How you doing? Eagles and Niners. Big wild card matchup this week. All right, Bulls have it here at the top of the key. Okoro working on Duncan Robinson, gives it off to Kevin Huerter. Huerter looking to drive baseline, left-handed, jump shot, no good, off the mark here, boarded by Ron Holland. Holland looking to find Duncan, thought about a 3, gives it to Asar underneath. Asar tries to put it up and in. It's going to be blocked, though, by the Bulls. Huerter with the rebound. Dosunmu has it for the Bulls, gives it off to Huerter, working on Asar Thompson. Io gets it back at the top of the key, working on Paul Reed and Ron Holland. Io drives to his right, inside, cross-court pass to Kevin Huerter. Huerter puts up a three, no good, off the mark, boarded by Paul Reed. Jaden Ivey looking to push it for the Pistons here the other way. Ivey working inside, right-handed layup on the baseline is good. Tough right-handed layup, falling away for Jaden Ivey. 21-18 basketball game. Bulls have it the other way. Mates working inside now. It's going to be a traveling violation from the Bulls. They called that on Olbrich, a turnover from Olbrich. It's going to be Pistons basketball the other way here. Yeah, a fast stoppage game here for sure. Yeah, the Ferris State guys, MSU, I was looking at those guys too for sure. Dennis Jenkins checks into the game here for the Pistons. Another substitution for JB Bickerstaff. Jaden Ivey sits down on the bench here. Again, no Tobias Harris, no Cade Cunningham, and no Jalen Duren for the Pistons in this game, all out with an injury. Cade, nothing serious. It's a little wrist injury. They're just kind of taking precautionary measures at. Tobias Harris is dealing with a hip injury, and then Duren dealing with ankle issues. Hoping to get them back soon. Paul Reed at the top of the key here. It's going to be a kick ball off the Bulls. It's going to be Pistons basketball out of bounds here. What's up, James? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. What's going on, James? French players are going to have to step it up. Bench players, I think he means. Yeah, the bench players are going to have to step it up. Yeah, for sure. So guys like Dennis Jenkins, Marcus Sasser, Paul Reed, of course, he's getting the starting spot here with Isaiah Stewart. Yeah, looking to step up here for this depth down the stretch here for the Pistons. So Ron Holland gives it to Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins finds LeVert, who is back from injury. Good to see Karis LeVert back in the lineup. I know he's struggled as of late, but it's good to see him on the floor, though. Isaiah Stewart, left-handed floater, inside is up and in. 23-18 basketball game. Pistons take a 5-point lead. 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Io working inside to his right. Tough right-handed layup for Io DeSumo. 23-20 basketball game. Karis LeVert has it now for the Pistons, working to Isaiah Stewart. He drives inside. He's going to get fouled by the Bulls, and Isaiah Stewart's going to go to the free throw line here. That is on Terry, who got him in the air. Swiss Army knife, almost 500 rushing yards, receiving yards, good touchdown passes for sure. Yeah, any help works for sure. I mean, you think we can get to a bowl game, MSU? Pat's first year, it's got to be a bowl game at least, right? 6-6. Selena, so Cade is out with a wrist injury. It's nothing serious, though. It's kind of like an extra precautionary measure, though, before the Clipper game that we have on Saturday home. But it's not going to be anything serious. The more serious ones are Duren and Tobias. And even that, we should get them back hopefully next week. I think Duren should be back next week. And then Tobias, kind of wait to monitor a situation because a hip is something to be kind of leery about. So he should be back hopefully mid-January. What's going on, Hal? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. All right, we got a commercial break up on top, guys. Pistons 23, Bulls 20. Bulls take a timeout. Pistons up by 3. Again, it's a battle of the depth bench players tonight for both these teams. Again, both teams without their starters. Bulls are dealing with, they don't have Josh Giddey, Zach Collins, Jalen Smith, Kobe White. They're all out for an injury. Pistons don't have Cade, Duren, or Tobias for the Pistons tonight. So something to monitor as we progress into the near future of this basketball game. But again, Bulls, they got some talent on their team. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes down to the wire in the fourth quarter again. I prefer those games. I mean, we beat the Knicks by 30 points the other day, which was awesome to see. But I also do like calling, close basketball games as well. Uncle T's been hurt a lot. Might be time to trade them. Yeah, we'll see what happens at the deadline. But yeah, you're right. Tobias Harris hasn't really been able to stay healthy for us this season. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Trajan Langdon does at the deadline in February. A lot of people are saying that we're going to make a splash. Because if you look at the Eastern Conference right now, I mean, the Pistons just beat the Knicks, who are the 2 seed, by 30 points. The sky's the limit for this team. If we can stay healthy, we get our guys back fully healthy for the playoffs, we remain as a 1 or a 2 seed going into the playoffs. Detroit's going to be a very tough out for a lot of teams. Nothing says Jaylen Brown has 15 points in the first with 3 minutes left. Wow, that's nuts. What's going on? Carsey, Matt, how you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. Thanks, Selena. Appreciate you being here. What's going on? Pistons up by 3 in a commercial break right now. Both teams have used a timeout. Bulls are in a timeout right now. Going to get back from commercial break here. Pistons beat the Bulls already without Cade, Durant, and Tobias. Not worried about this game. That's right. We beat them earlier in the year when our whole starting five was injured. So yeah, I mean, again, it comes down to depth. It comes to playoff experience and your depth on the bench. That is huge come playoff time. And Pistons have both those things. A lot of our young core has a full year under their belts now from that Knicks series last year. Isaiah Stewart knocks down the first free throw. So the Pistons are in a very good spot right now. They have one of the best young cores in the NBA. They're second in defensive efficiency rating for the Pistons this year in the NBA, only behind the Thunder. Isaiah Stewart misses the first free throw. Just thank God we're not in the West, because the West is like a whole other animal. But the East is wide open. The Pistons, they stay healthy. They could make some serious noise in April, May, and June this year. Looking forward to it, man. Williams with the basketball for the Bulls, gets it off to Vucevic. Vucevic throws it away, though, out of bounds. It's going to be Pistons basketball back the other way. Bulls right now have Patrick Williams, Jones, Vucevic, Terry, Dosunmu, and the Pistons have Stewart, Holland, Green, LeVert, and Jenkins. Jenkins at the top of the key here. 2:20 left to play in the first quarter. Ron Holland working inside to Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart thought about a shot, working to his right, puts up a tough right-handed hook shot over Vucevic and in. 26-20 basketball game. 2:05 left to play in the first quarter. Bulls have it at the top of the key. Ayo Dosunmu working on Ron Holland. At the top of the key, finds Vucevic, turnaround jump shot over Isaiah Stewart. No good, boarded by Javonte Green. Pistons looking to push it here down the stretch. Caris LeVert on the right wing, looking to make a man miss. LeVert kicks it back outside to Jenkins. Jenkins at the top of the key, working on Patrick Williams one-on-one. Jenkins working to drive inside, kicks it back out to LeVert. He tries a three from the corner. Off the mark, no good. It's going to be boarded by Jones. Bulls looking to push it the other way. Jones working inside, right-handed layup is off the mark, no good. Boarded by Isaiah Stewart, gives up to Jenkins. Jenkins looking to push it for the Pistons. Jenkins working inside, kicks it back out to Isaiah Stewart. Stewart drives inside at Vucevic. Right-handed layup is up and in. How about Isaiah Stewart getting offensive masterclass down below against Vucevic? 28-20 basketball game. He's got 10 points already in the first quarter. How about Beef Stew going to work? Ayo Dosunmu working inside, right-handed floater is off the mark, no good. Vucevic tries to push it back up and in. He gets his own rebound, kicks it back outside, though. Going one-on-one against Isaiah Stewart. Right-handed hook shot is up and in. Tough shot from Vucevic. 28-22 basketball game. I've always liked Vucevic as a player overall. I remember when he was at the Magic years ago, made his way all the way around to the Bulls. He's still going strong in the NBA. LeVert on the right side here. Back outside Javonte Green. LeVert gets it back here. 5 seconds on the shot clock. LeVert working inside to his left. Kicks it back out to Jenkins. Jenkins has got to put up a tough shot. Floater gets it to go. Dennis Jenkins inside. Tough floater. It's a 13-4 run here from the Pistons. 30-22 basketball game. 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Vucevic at the top of the key. Goes to his left inside against Isaiah Stewart. Cross-court pass. Working to find Jones at the top of the key here. Jones working on LeVert. Left-handed layup off the mark. No good. Vucevic gets it back. Working inside. Ayo's got to beat the shot clock. Puts up a tough shot. He gets it to fall. 30-24 basketball game. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Dennis Jenkins puts up a crazy shot. No good. It's going to get fouled, though. It's going to be on the floor here. Pistons are going to get it with 5 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Get you guys' comments here in a second, guys. First quarter is almost at a close here, and I'll read the chat here in a second, guys. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Like the live stream, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new. It's free. Helps out the streams a ton. Welcome to the party, folks. Appreciate all the Bulls fans, Pistons fans tuning in, NBA fans. Welcome to the show. All right, so Pistons on a 13-6 run. There's 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Caris LeVert has it with the basketball at the top of the key. 2 seconds. Has to put up a shot at the buzzer off the mark here. It's kind of a bad shot from Caris LeVert. Desperation. 30-24. We're going to the second quarter, guys, with a commercial break underway. Windy City Bulls and the Mo City Crews, basically, right? Exactly. Asar playing is the only real difference in this game. Him and Duncan, the only two guys healthy. We need 3-point shooting and a second score. I'm all in on MPJ. 26.7 boards, 3 assists. MPJ would be nice, Mr. Fresh. The only problem is like, what are the Nets going to want? Are they going to want 2 firsts? Because 2 first rounders for MPJ is a little steep. Now, if you're looking at possibly, I mean, dare I say, like Jaden Ivey and I don't know, maybe it's really tough to put a price point because, you know, a lot of teams, they want good players like MPJ, but the teams that have them also realize you're going to have to pay up to get him. So, and probably the asking point for MPJ for the Nets is going to be at least a first-round pick and then probably one of our core guys. So I would have to put it'd probably be Ivy and a first-round pick for MPJ. So it's like, would you do that? And then you have to kind of worry about MPJ's contract later. But it's tough to say. You know, like, I feel like the Pistons right now are in a perfect spot to where we don't really have to go crazy at the deadline because we've exceeded expectations beyond our wildest dreams. We lost 28 games in a row a couple years ago. JB Bickerstaff, Trajan Langdon, totally reshape our culture, get everybody out of the front office. Troy Weaver's gone, Monty Williams is gone. They get us to the 6th seed in one season. And then now we're sitting at first here in January in the Eastern Conference. So, again, when you trade first-round picks, you have to be careful because the Pistons right now, they have their next 2 first-round picks, I believe, protected in the draft, in the 2026 to 2027 draft. They're going to be probably in the 20s, you know, considering how well the Pistons have been playing this year. But again, I would love MPJ. But again, it's the cost of getting him on this team. So, you know, it's a tough asking point. I don't see Tobias being traded unless it's for an MPJ guy. Karis LeVert might get traded because he's with the bench guys, right? Exactly. Because like when you want to make a trade, you kind of have to sell a player somewhat relatively high because Karis LeVert hasn't really been playing that well. Ivy, yes, MPJ in a first round pick. That'll probably take us to Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, that I could see. I mean, I would love MPJ, but again, if he's expensive, it's going to be tough to sell. Coming back from a commercial break, guys, get you guys' chat in a couple seconds here. Vucevic working inside here. Brought back out here from the Bulls. Patrick Williams at the top of the key here, working on Javonte Green. He loses it out of bounds. Going to be Pistons basketball back the other way. What's going on? Got a man. How you doing, buddy? Jenkins over LeVert for sure. And here's the thing, right? Like, this is Ivy's opportunity, right? No Cade. He's running the point right now. You got to show me something, Ivy, because look, Jenkins and Sasser are coming for your job. Karis LeVert on the left wing here, working inside. Isaiah Stewart with the nice floater, 32-24 basketball game. 11:24 left to play in the second quarter. Bulls looking to push it back the other way here. Patrick Williams takes a deep three. He buries it. Tough shot for Patrick Williams. He drills it all net. 32-27 basketball game. Pistons have it at the top of the key here. Isaiah Stewart working inside. Gets it back to Jenkins. Cross-court pass to Ron Holland. Holland working on Patrick Williams one-on-one. Holland goes to his left inside. Tough shot for Ron Holland off the glass over Patrick Williams. He had to go to work for that. Ron Holland gets it to go here. Jones with the basketball. Working outside to Vucevic, one-on-one against Isaiah Stewart. Vucevic trying to back down Isaiah Stewart. Good luck with that. Outside here to Patrick Williams. Working inside, right-handed layup is off the mark, no good. Bulls get the rebound, they put it back up and in. Tough finish from the Bulls here. JB Bickerstaff takes a timeout. So Phillips makes the nice layup underneath here. We got another quick timeout here for another commercial break. Kind of unexpected. That was a quick timeout there from the Pistons. So 34-29 basketball game, commercial break underway. Bulls right now on the floor have Terry, Phillips, Williams, Jones, Vucevic. Pistons have Beef Stew, or Isaiah Stewart. I like to call him Beef Stew. It's just more fun to say. Isaiah Stewart, Ron Holland, Javonte Green, Karis LeVert, and Jenkins. Back to the chat here, guys. Feel free to chime in on the conversation. Just be respectful. I kind of put the little message up there. Just be civil and respectful and try to keep it PG in the chat. That'd be great. Team is working so well together right now for sure, Hal. It's crazy because, and here's the thing. It's like when you trade core pieces on your team, especially young, promising guys, it disrupts the culture and the chemistry in the locker room because now all of a sudden you bring a guy at the trade deadline in February, especially, you know what? If Ivy gets traded, so be it. I would be a little upset if they gave up this early on him. But if he does get traded, so be it. But I think that would tick off a couple of Pistons players, especially Cade, Durham, Tobias, so you got to be careful with like identity and culture building in the locker room too, because you can go out and trade first round picks all you want, and you can try and build a super team and give up your future for the next 5, 6, 7 years. And yeah, sure, you might make a deep run for 1 or 2 seasons in the East, but again, it's like you want to build and look forward for the future as well. So, and the only way to do it in the NBA to seriously win a championship is you have to build through the draft. If you look at the last 20, 30 champions, MVP winners, all built through the draft, all drafted by the team, and it's just crazy because if you don't have a top 10 player in the NBA, I'm sorry, you can't win the finals. You just can't. This is probably the most star-driven league out of all 4 of the pro sports, and we are so fortunate and blessed to have Cade Cunningham as the franchise of this team, because when the Pistons got the number 1 overall pick, we literally won the lottery, because there's been a bunch of instances in the past where teams have gotten the number 1 overall pick. It's not guaranteed. These guys are human beings, and sometimes the careers just doesn't live up in the NBA. So Cade is a franchise generational superstar player that the Pistons have. And if he's on his A game and he's healthy, he's a top 5 player in the world. So you want to build with that and get Cade needs to find his Robin. He's Batman, and we're trying to find Robin right now. There's a couple of guys we're trying to put with Cade, Duran, Tobias. I'm really hoping Ivy can be that player, but it's we still got a long way to go, and we're such in an amazing position because all of our core is so like under 25 years old. So it's a really good spot right now for the Pistons to be in. Jenkins at the top of the key, working inside here. Shot is blocked by the Bulls. Going to be out of bounds. Pistons basketball underneath. MPJ, he would be really nice. I would like MPJ, but again, 2 firsts and Ivy. Oh, I don't know. What's going on, Antoine? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Appreciate you guys will stop in. Detroit's won championships before without extreme star talent. I mean, look at the 04 Pistons. I mean, that was the definition of like a gritty team that didn't have any superstars and beat Kobe and Shaq in the finals. Isaiah Stewart, shot off the mark here, boarded by the Bulls, working inside here. It's going to be a foul called on Isaiah Stewart, on Trey Jones, and Jones, I believe, is going to go to the free throw line for the Bulls. Tobias, and here's the thing, I love Tobias Harris. He's getting older. He is our stretch 4. He's our number 2 option on the team. But if you can get a guy like MPJ, you put him on this team, I would consider doing that. So, it's going to be really curious what Trajan does at the deadline. This is a ginormous year for him because this decision in February could either take this team to the finals or it could, God forbid, plummet this team if he gives up a lot of draft capital and the player he trades for doesn't pan out. So it's going to be really interesting. The Bulls knocked down both their free throws. Javonte Green on the right side here. Kicks it back off to Karis LeVert working inside Isaiah Stewart. Tough shot from Beef Stew. How about Isaiah Stewart as our leading scorer right now? I think he's got 14 points, and we just kicked off the second quarter. Vucevic at the top of the key working on Sasser, kicks it off to Williams. Williams over Sasser. He buries a 3. It's a 36-34 basketball game. 2 big threes from Patrick Williams at the top of the key. Bulls are on a quiet 10-4 run here. Karis LeVert back outside of Ron Holland. He takes a 3. No good. Off the mark here. It's going to be a foul underneath on Isaiah Stewart. That was clearly, a loose ball foul on Isaiah Stewart. He grabbed Vucevic's jersey and threw him to the ground. So it's going to be Bulls basketball. Yeah, it's tough to say. Tobias LeVert, first round. Trey Murphy's not bad. Trey Murphy would be solid. Group dynamics from Trey can ruin it. Yeah, for sure. You got to be careful. Where's Trae Young going? It's crazy that Trae Young, there's reports he wants to go to Washington. I have no idea why he would want to go to Washington. So it's just crazy. Chicago Bulls at the top of the key here. On the right wing. Working inside, blocked by Karis LeVert. It's going to stay here with with Bulls basketball. Bulls right now have Patrick Williams, Terry, Phillips, Ulbrich, and Io DeSumo on the floor right now. Pistons have Paul Reed, Ron Holland, Green, Karis LeVert, and Sasser. All right, Pistons basketball back the other way. Marcus Sasser at the top of the key, working on Ulbrich. Finds Javonte Green over Patrick Williams for 3. No good. Off the mark here, boarded by the Bulls. Going to stay here, though, with the Pistons. A loose ball foul is called, I believe, on Terry. for the Bulls. About a month ago, I was on the Ivy train, or the trade Ivy train, but he's starting to look more comfortable. And that's just it. I mean, Jaden Ivey, he broke his fibula. That's a serious injury to come back from. You know what I mean? So you got to give him time, and he's a player that has been disappointing, but his ceiling, I think, is still high. Ron Holland misses a shot underneath there. It's going to be Bulls basketball back the other way. Patrick Williams going coast to coast at Paul Reed. Left-handed layup off the mark here. No good. Boarded by Marcus Sasser. Pistons looking to push it. Javonte Green working inside. Right-handed layup is off the mark here. He gets fouled, though, and Javonte Green's going to go to the free throw line. Yeah, that post-game interview he had was cool. Dan Shankins. That was awesome. Yeah, so that's sweet. Javonte Green at the free throw line. 8:32 left to play in the first half. Can you imagine Trey Murphy and Cade working together on that defense and offense is a nightmare? Trey Murphy would be really nice on this team. Again, it's the price point, though, of what you're going to have to get him. And teams know that. Because, again, like, Trey Murphy, MPJ, those guys, they probably want to play on winning teams. But the franchises know that you're going to have to spend a lot to get them, too. So it's and I don't know if Trajan Langdon has the capability yet to make a bold move for, like, if the second you trade a first-round pick, you're going all out for that. So they better pan out if you do that. I mean, it worked out with Rasheed Wallace, and we won the 2004 title. So, I mean, you make that kind of move again, it could happen. But again, do you think this team can beat the Nuggets, the Thunder, the Spurs, the Lakers, in the playoffs? It's tough to say. Sasser off the mark here, no good. Paul Reed underneath. It's going to be a loose ball foul on the Bulls. It's going to stay here with the Pistons. 38-34 basketball game. 8:13 left to play in the second quarter. First and second round pick along with Tobias and LeVert won't be anything for us because we'll be doing well down the stretch. Yeah, I mean, if you do trade our first-round pick, it's going to be probably a late first, which is great to say. That means the Pistons are doing well. Karis LeVert on the right wing, working outside, trying to back down Patrick Williams, finds Paul Reed over Mates, mid-range game, off the mark here, no good. It's going to be boarded by the Bulls. Mates looking to push it for the Bulls. Working one-on-one against Ron Hall at the top of the key. Olbrich sets the screen for Mates, rolls off it, finds Patrick Williams, gives it up to Olbrich, finds Mates again. Mates on the perimeter, gets it back to Patrick Williams. Mates sets the screen for Williams. Williams thought about a three. Cross-court pass to the Bulls for three. No good. Off the mark. It's going to be boarded by Karis LeVert. LeVert for the Pistons has it for the Pistons back the other way. Sasser now has it for the Pistons. Sasser working inside. Tried to find Paul Reed underneath. It was kind of a tough pass, though. It's going to be turned over by the Pistons. It's going to be Bulls basketball the other way here. Cade, it has a wrist injury that he's dealing with, so it's nothing serious, but they're just going to bench him tonight as a precautionary measure. I do like Ivy starting as our point guard, though, right now with Cade out, so we'll see what happens with that later in the second half. Mates has the basketball, working on Asar Thompson at the top of the key. Mates goes to his right on Paul Reed. Mates looking to drive inside here. Turnaround jump shot is off the mark, no good. Boarded by Asar Thompson. Asar gives it up to Ron Holland. Holland looking to drive on the left side here. Holland finds Asar Thompson inside, back out to Holland. Holland driving inside, finds Javonte Green. Javonte Green puts up a three off the mark, no good. Boarded by the Bulls. Ayo Dosunmu working inside against Sasser, drives to the rim, right-handed layup is up and in. 38-36 basketball game. 6:43 left to play in the second quarter. Pistons haven't made a shot the last 3 minutes. Paul Reed working on Olbrich, finds Asar Thompson on the right wing. Asar goes to his left, inside, thought about a mid-range J, kicks it back outside to Paul Reed. Paul Reed finds Holland at the top of the key, working on Olbrich. 5 seconds in the shot clock. Holland working inside here. It kind of loses control. It's going to be a turnover here. Good defense from the Bulls. Bulls are going to be getting the basketball back. Pistons need Trae Young. I don't really want Trae Young. I mean, he's a great player, but it's like, we have Cade. It would kind of disrupt the flow of this offense. I mean, the fit would not be that great. I mean, he's a phenomenal player, but Trey wants to run his own team. So, exactly. Like, I mean, he's a great player, but the fit just wouldn't really work for the Pistons, I don't think. 6:15 left to play here in the first half. Ayo goes to his right inside. Tough shot off the window. 38-38 basketball game. Tie game, folks. 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Asar Thompson goes to his right inside. Blocked by Mates. It's going to be Bulls basketball looking to push it here down the stretch. Mates on the right wing for the Bulls. Working on Jaden Ivey. Gets it to Olbrich. Finds Herder. Herder almost lost it. Mates thought about a three. Goes inside to his left. Misses the shot. It's going to be a foul, though, I believe, on the Bulls. It's going to be Pistons basketball heading back the other way. Duncan Robinson checks back into the game here for the Pistons. Trae Young is too selfish. That's why they're getting rid of him in Atlanta. It's crazy. See, here's the thing. Like, Cade could have easily been in that situation had the Pistons kept sucking. If we were on the downtrend after the 28-game losing streak, we kept losing and losing and losing and losing. Cade might have said, listen, I'm out. We got super lucky that the Pistons started winning because that's what happened with the Hawks. The Hawks started falling. Trae Young got a max, and he's like, listen, this isn't working out. I got to get traded. Sasser on the right wing here. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes because, again, Trae Young, I would imagine, goes for at least a first. Duncan Robinson puts up a shot, tough shot, and in 41-38 basketball game. Duncan Robinson knocks down a huge three on the right wing. 5:15 left to play in this first half. Vucevic finds Mates inside. Mates puts up a shot. It's going to be a foul called, though, on Jaden Ivey, and Mates is going to go to the free throw line. I want Trey Murphy and Cade in the front court. Can you imagine our front court and back court? Trey Murphy would be he would fit perfectly in this offense. Trey Murphy would be sick. I think if you get a guy like Trey Murphy, you're talking like promising results for Eastern Conference Finals, if not further than that. What's going on, J-Milk? How you doing, bro? Yeah, Ivy started point for us in this game. No Cade Cunningham. He's out with a little wrist injury. It's nothing serious, though, but JB Bickerstaff put him at the starting role, starting point guard role. This is Ivy's first start this year, so we'll see what happens. Mates knocks down the first free throw. 2-point basketball game, 41-39. What's up, Vel? What happened to clutch role players like Robert Horry, Steve Kerr? Seems like the clutch role players are a thing of the past. Yeah, you know, and here's the thing. It's like I think the game has evolved. Mates misses the second free throw. The game has evolved over the last couple decades to where, you know, everybody just jacks up threes. Teams very rarely play defense. But again, it's hard to find guys like a Steve Kerr and a Robert Horry like off the bench for, you know, for the six-man position. But yeah, I mean, there is a six-man of the year award, but I don't think it gets as talked about as it should. Paul Reed puts up a shot underneath the basket. Bulls have to take a timeout here. But yeah, I mean, six-man off the bench right now for the Pistons so far. I mean, you're looking at Isaiah Stewart as probably, he's been phenomenal off the bench for us this year. Guys like Paul Reed, Jenkins, Sasser. But yeah, it is the six-man is Peyton Pritchard for the Celtics. You know, he came off the bench for them. He won the six-man of the year. But it's rare to find like clutch factor 3-point shooters like that. Oh yeah, Trey Murphy's contract is very nice. Yeah, and again, it's who would we have to give up? That's the thing. It's like Trey Murphy would be really solid, but again, the Pelicans, they want to get probably a first rounder. You know, I don't know what they're going to do with Zion over there, but yeah, Trey Murphy would be. I would love Trey Murphy on this team. I would love that. Yeah, I know, right, Antoine? It's like, yeah, here you go. Sign the papers and send them over. Yeah, I think there's a lot that goes into trades that people just think, oh, we can just play a 2K simulation on a video game and just send it over and get it done. I think there's a lot more that has to go into it. And again, a GM like Trajan Langdon in the front office, especially his second season with the Pistons, is he willing to go out and make a crazy splash and put this team into finals consideration this year in this conference this year? Or is he going to still wait it out with this young core right now? Jay says Ivy Tobias and 2 firsts for Trey Murphy. 2 firsts is that's tough. I don't know what the Toronto Raptors are going to do. Fourth in the moment. You're a Raptors fan, Carsey Matt. Yeah, I mean, Raptors, they got a solid squad. They made a nice move. They got Ingram over there. A couple nice young players. So Raptors could make some noise in the East this year in the playoffs. Trey Murphy was also dealing with Trajan Langdon because Langdon came from the Pelicans. So I think, right? It was the Pelicans, I believe he came from. So he's familiar with his game. Joe Dumars and Troy Weaver in New Orleans. It's so crazy because Troy Weaver, he could draft. You know what I mean? Like, he just drafted Trey Murphy. You know what I mean? Trey Murphy's been balling out. But it's interesting to say so the least. Oh, I'm sorry. That was 2021. My bad. Not Trey Murphy. He drafted, I forgot who he drafted. The Pelicans do have a nice play. I forgot who it is, but, yeah, Weaver wasn't there yet. Vucevic at the top of the key. Back from commercial break here, guys. Pistons up by 4. Vucevic, turnaround jump shot off the mark here. No good. Boarded by Asar Thompson. It's like, I wish Weaver was as good as making free agent acquisitions and trades as he was drafting, because Weaver could draft. Ayo Dosunmu on the left puts it up. Right-handed layup is up and in. Tough shot for Ayo Dosunmu. 43-41 basketball game. 2-point game. 4 minutes left to play here before the half, guys. Sasser has it at the top of the key, working one-on-one against Dosunmu. He's got 15 points, by the way. Ayo Dosunmu is having himself a game so far. Paul Reed inside, try to find a backdoor cut pass to Asar Thompson. He puts up a tough layup. It falls for Asar Thompson. 45-41 basketball game. Simon says, will Trae Young be traded? Probably. I just don't know who was going to pay for Trae Young. And even, like, the Wizards. Like, what are the Wizards going to do with Trae Young? You know, because that's where he wants to go, supposedly. It's like, what are the Wizards... I mean, they're still several years away, I think. I mean, in that conference, it's like, I don't know what they're going to do. Nuts. Sidney Faye. 3:43 left to play in the second quarter. Pistons 45, Bulls 41. Bulls, get it back here. Couple minutes left to play before the half, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat, guys. Let me like the live stream, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. 3:40 left to play here in the first half. Ayo Dosunmu working one-on-one against Dennis Jenkins at the top of the key. Dosunmu kicks it back outside to Vucevic. Vucevic drives inside, finds Jones. Jones goes to his right. Cross-court pass to Mates. Mates to beat the shot clock for 3. He buries it. 45-44 basketball game. 3:20 left to play in the second quarter. Jenkins has it for the Pistons on the left wing. Gives it up to Isaiah Stewart. Ivy sets the screen for Stewart. Backdoor find to Asar Thompson. Kicks it back out to Jenkins. Jenkins tries a 3. Off the mark. No good. Boarded by Vucevic. Bulls looking to push it here down the stretch. Jones has it. Working against Asar. Backs it out to Ayo Dosunmu at the top of the key. One-on-one against Jaden Ivey. Dosunmu inside to Vucevic. Pick and roll action. Nice job from the Bulls right there. 46-45 basketball game. 2:45 left to play in the first half. Ron Holland finds Ivy. Beef Stew working inside against Vucevic. Puts up a tough shot. Off the mark. No good. Beef Stew tried to get the rebound, though. It falls in the hands of the Bulls, though. Jones gives up to Ayo. Ayo working inside. Blocked by Duncan Robinson. Ivy saves it. Duncan looking to push it for the Pistons here. Duncan working inside. Backs out, though. Looking to slow it down for the Pistons. Backdoor find to Jaden Ivey. He's going to get... I don't know if he got fouled or not. Jaden Ivey went to the hole. It was kind of a tough, fast break finish, but it looks like it was a clean block from the Bulls there. So it's going to stay Pistons basketball. Sadiq Bey, right, that was one where he drafted and he traded. So, yeah, definitely. Green family, welcome to the show. Appreciate you stopping in. Retired Navy chief living in Japan. That is awesome. Welcome to the show, Green family. Appreciate you stopping in. Pistons knock down a 3. How about Jaden Ivey getting on the board here? 47-46 basketball game. Pistons steal it back the other way. Asar Thompson loses it out of control here. It's going to be Pistons basketball underneath. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Oh, it was okay. They're gonna call it a 2. Actually, it looked like a 3. His foot was on the line though. It's gonna be just a 2-point shot for Jaden Ivey. So Asar Thompson, I believe, is gonna go to the free throw line here, try and knock down some free throws. This game feels like a Jaden Ivey tryout. That's a good, point. I mean, like, JB's like, listen, Cade's gonna sit out. We're gonna have you run the point, and we need to see something out of you tonight. So, yeah, it's up in the air right now for Jaden Ivey. And here's the thing: it's like, I personally want the Pistons to keep Jaden Ivey. Asar Thompson knocks down the second free throw, 2-point basketball game. And if we do keep him, we can leverage his contract. We can say, look, you got injured. You didn't have the start to the season that you had last year. And we're going to keep you on this small deal. And listen, if you ball out for us, we'll extend it. But for now, we're going to keep you on a cheap deal. And he might get upset and he might go crazy. So we could get him at a discount. Ivy works inside, finishes at the rim. Asar Thompson finds him. Bulls basketball working back the other way here. Jones working inside against Duncan Robinson. It's going to be no good off the mark here. Duncan Robinson's going to get called for the foul, though. And the Bulls are going to go to the free throw line. Jones trying to knock down these free throws. I think Ivy lost his dog in him. And it's injuries suck, man. Like, he was on a roll last year and he was playing so well for the Pistons in his second season, and it just didn't work out. And we'll see if we can get back to that stretch again, but it's tough to say. There's a long way to go. Second or third season, this is his fourth year in the NBA. So we'll see. Bulls knocked down the first free throw, 50-47 basketball game. Right, and that's just it, Antoine. Like, that was a pretty bad injury, like, he suffered, and he's still trying to find his groove again into this offense. It's just unfortunate that it is kind of an approved contract extension year for him, because the time window, there's not really much waiting room in the NBA. But with a guy like Ivy, who still is on his rookie deal, there's not really a rush to, like, trade him, I don't think, either. Isaiah Stewart finishes underneath, 52-48, Pistons up by 4. Stewart's got 17 points. A minute left to play in the first half. Montes at the top of the key. Finds Vucevic. Vucevic working on Isaiah Stewart. Vucevic inside. Left-handed hook shot is good. Tough shot for Vucevic. 52-50 basketball game. 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Both teams are in the bonus. Right, it is a mental thing for sure that he's got to kind of get through as well. Duncan Robinson on the right wing here, working inside. Right-handed layup is off the mark, no good, boarded by Vucevic. Montes with the basketball for the Bulls on the right wing, working on Jaden Ivey. Montes goes to his right. Montes working inside. It's going to be, I believe, out of bounds. Good defense from the Pistons there. Montes just stepped out of bounds. Good defense from the Stones. All right, so Pistons have the basketball. 20 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock is turned off for the Pistons here. So if they can get a good shut off here before the halftime break, this could be big momentum for the second half. All right, here we go. Jaden Ivey at the top of the key. Working on Montes. Sasser, Jenkins, Ivey, Beef Stew, and Duncan Robinson on the floor for the Pistons here. One-on-one. Ivey goes to the rim inside, tries to find Isaiah Stewart, turns it over. Bad pass, 1 second. Bulls have to put up a shot at the buzzer, off the mark. No good, and we got halftime break underway in this one. 5 years later, Cade still has no star. And here's the crazy thing. It's like the first 2 years that Cade had, he was improving. I mean, you can see the weight that he's put on since his rookie season and the muscle he's put on. But you're right. Like, he was playing with Bojan Bogdanovic. That was his second best player on the team during the 28-game losing streak. I mean, you could argue like Asar, but it was Asar's rookie year, so it's tough to say that it was Asar, but really it was Bojan Bogdanovic, who was a good player for us, but he was like an old mid-30-year-old guy that shot threes. So, yeah, but again, see, here's the thing that people forget about this. Once Trajan Langdon signed Tobias Harris, that opened up Cade's game tremendously, and people forget that. So I know a lot of people like to kind of I don't want to say hate on Tobias Harris, but but people are saying, oh, we should trade him. He can't stay injured. He can't stay healthy, and he could be a good trade deadline piece, which is true. But you got to remember that Tobias Harris was the first legit, solid stretch four that Cade has had in his career. And once he got on the floor with Cade, it opened up everything for Cade's game in terms of floor spacing. Now, granted, Malik Beasley was a big part of that to why the Pistons got the 6th seed last year for his three-point shooting, and we're hoping that Duncan Robinson can kind of mimic a part of that. But stretch fours are big because you have to worry about that in the perimeter, and that opens up spacing for Cade to go to work in this offense. So if you do trade Tobias, you got to probably get a stretch four to kind of make up for it. So, and Tobias was good. Like, in the playoffs last year, he was making some tough shots, like against the Knicks in the Garden last year. You know, I get it. He's like the old guy on the team right now, but listen, he can still play. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Jalen Duren's a star in your eyes. Duren's a beast. I think he's, 22 years old, too. He's going to get a nice contract extension this offseason from the Pistons. Pistons, very irregular. Duren is a star, but he cannot get his own bucket consistently yet. I will say, though, he's knocked down a mid-range jump shot. Like, if you watched him the last month, from, like, December to now, I mean, even throughout the season, he can make some mid-range jump shots and a little bit of a handle to his game, and he definitely has been working on his post game. Now, granted, a lot of people in the Pistons community were on the trade Jalen Duren bandwagon. I unfortunately was one of those because he could not play defense to save his life. But this year, he's probably the most improved player on this Pistons team is Jalen Duren. Tobias already said he wants to retire in Detroit, so I would trade him, get him off the books so he can come back to the league minimum. Interesting. Yeah, Cade right now, again, people are asking, where's Cade? Cade's out for a wrist injury right now. Nothing crazy. But I think Vel was saying it could be like a prove-it game for Jaden Ivey for him to run the point. You know what the rebounds are looking like right now? Yeah, so let me give you guys some stats here. So for the Bulls, yeah, I would assume off the bench. He's been the leading scorer for the Bulls. He's got 15 off the bench. He's having a good game. Isaiah Stewart, leading scorer for the Pistons, 17 points. Isaiah Stewart's a dog. Like, the fact that Isaiah Stewart has 17 points at the half, and he is known mostly for his defense, that is a phenomenal sign to see for the Pistons. And here's the thing, it's like, he's so strong underneath that even if he posts up anybody that's in his way, he can knock down those turnaround baby hook jump shots and find his own. What's up, Kenny? How you doing? Duncan's got 9. Paul Reed's got 5 points. Ivy has 8. Ivy's playing okay. Ivy's got 8, 3, and 3. Asara's got 5 points, 5 rebounds. So the Pistons right now, they got 17 rebounds. Bulls have 28. So the Bulls are definitely out-rebounding the Pistons by a lot. I love Isaiah Stewart, Addy. He is literally like if Ben Wallace and Bill Laimbeer had a kid. That is Isaiah Stewart with a tiny little shade of Dennis Rodman. He is like, he's such a huge piece of this team. I mean, he went at LeBron. If you go at LeBron James, you got to keep him on your team. Like, he is just such a great player that embodies this Pistons team. Like, vintage bad boy Pistons. Like, the mold that he is constructed as screams Detroit Pistons bad boys all over Isaiah Stewart. Yeah, so I mean, what's his contract situation? Isaiah Stewart. I know we just paid him a couple years ago. Yeah, I mean, he's still on his rookie extension, 4 years, $64 million. So it goes through the 2027-28 season. That's such a good deal the Pistons got for Isaiah Stewart. I mean, he just won Defensive Player of the Month for the month of December. That's such a good, like, the value of his contract is just so solid on this team. Um, Beef Stew might be your Tobias Harris replacement. He's shooting threes just as good. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't shoot threes as often as Tobias Harris, but he can knock down some shots. Green family, appreciate you. Thank you, dude, for tuning in. Great team chemistry, depth. Let them grow. Exactly. Yeah. You think the Pistons should make it with the deadline? Yeah, we've been talking about this the whole show, Kenny. I mean, we would love Trey Murphy from the Pelicans. Again, it's a matter of like how much is he going to cost. MPJ is another guy the Pistons are looking at from the Nets. So it's tough to say. Bad Boys 3. It's just so great because like the Pistons, when they won in 04, the Lakers were the heavy favorite. Like, no one gave the Pistons a chance. It was all Lakers. Like, all the betting odds to the Lakers are going to win that finals. I mean, you got Kobe basically turning into his prime. And then you had Shaq, prime Shaq. Like, that was an unstoppable 1-2 punch that nobody could beat in the West that year. And Pistons, they won in 5 games. They freaking... And it just goes to show culture, identity, and defense. That's why that 04 Pistons team just represented the Pistons so well and went back to like the bad boy era where, yeah, I mean, Isaiah Thomas for sure, Dennis Rodman, Bill Rambier, like, you know, all those guys are great. But no like crazy superstars. And again, with the Pistons, like when Cade Cunningham went through his 28 game losing streak, that is going to be one of the best things to ever happen in his life because he knows how to overcome adversity and losses, and he just embodies this team so well, and it's amazing, and we're so lucky as fans and blessed as fans to have Cade as our franchise because, again, like I said, there's been so many instances in the past where teams have won the number 1 overall pick in the lottery, it just doesn't work out. So most of the time it does, but it's not really guaranteed. Trey for Ivy. I mean, yeah, that'd be great, but the Pelicans would never do that though. And you have to look at it as like a realistic trade. You know what I mean? From both sides. So CJ McCollum, Chris Middleton for death piece, veteran presence. And I think that's what Trajan Lang is going to look at. Like everybody's saying like Trey Murphy and MPJ, and obviously that would be awesome. But realistically, I don't see that huge of a move. The back to work Pistons, exactly. They were showing up in work boots and afros. Dude, I love that 04 Pistons team. I was only 5 years old when we won, but I remember like Ben Wallace was my favorite player growing up. Best undrafted player of all time. He was one of my favorites. I would wait to trade Ivy. He's coming off an injury. You don't want to trade another superstar. You could probably force him to sign a friendly deal. Right, and that's just it. And I think you could get Ivy on a very friendly contract this offseason if you decide to keep him. And Ivy would be fully understandable with that too because he came off that injury. But yeah, I think Ivy's ceiling is solid. But like J-Moke is saying, can he be a superstar 1-2 punch with Cade in this offense? It's tough to say. And I don't know if he can get there yet. I'm hoping so. But Ivy can be a solid player in the sleeve. But superstar is kind of, that's a tough ask. That's a real tough ask for that. Contracts kind of mashed up. That's why I mentioned the bias. Yeah, because you got to think of contract extensions in the offseason for these guys. Like once their deals expire, you got to think about that too as well. So it's almost like, do you believe that the trade value that you're going to get for these guys that are expiring on their final years of their contract, are you going to pay them? Because you got them for a rental basically at that point, you know? So you gotta always kind of remember that as you move later in the year. Ivy plus Tobias equals Trey Murphy. I just don't know if the Pelicans would do that. It's tough. If I was the GM of the Pelicans, it'd be tough to say that, especially because it's Weaver, you know, and Joe Dumars, which would be kind of ironic. You got 2 former Pistons, you know, in the front office at one point, and then now they're going to trade one of their best young players. So, it's hysterical. No, Irish, not anymore. Yeah, but the Pistons are playing with house money. The Pistons have absolutely nothing to lose this year. You know, Knicks, Celtics, Cavs, Magic especially. When you gave up 3 first-round picks for Desmond Bane, the Magic better. They better get far in the playoffs this year in the East with Paolo, which I think they can. The Magic are a pretty good team overall with Franz, Paolo, and Desmond Bane. Jalen Suggs even. They've got a nice team over there. But yeah, it's still tough. Big trade deal. First, second round pick along with Tobias, LeVert. We can get rid of our worthless first and second round pick, and they're not going to be worthless anyways. Yeah. I'm excited. When is the actual official date? It's like February 8th, I think, or something. NBA trade deadline 2026. Date. It's February 13th. No, it's February 5th. This is weird. Oh, the All-Star Game's the February 13th. Okay, so February 5th is the deadline. So I mean, yeah, you got a month. You got a month to make a big decision. Oh, that's cool, Irish. Have a good time at the Heat game. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, guys, let me know in the chat. I'm just gonna be kind of chilling for a bit here until halftime. We get back for the third quarter. Exciting times though for the Pistons. We went from sell the team, Tom Gore sell the team, fire everyone, trade everybody, and just rebuild. 28-game losing streak. To now 6th seed and then first in the Eastern Conference. But yeah, and Tobias was a big part of that. So Irish, June is the playoffs. So the NBA season usually goes from October to April, and then like April, May, and June is when the playoffs start. Cutoff date is for Beasley. I'm starting to lose hope in Beasley. I would give us like maybe a 5% chance we get him back. It's just his whole situation is just a nightmare. And I think Trajan Langdon knew that. You know, he had to go get Duncan. You know, and even Duncan is not as good of a 3-point shooter as Beasley was. You know what I mean? I mean, Duncan's great, but there is a lot of instances in games where he's either great, he'll make like 3-4 in a row, or he'll miss like 6 in a row. Yeah, another angles. Tobias is in the final year of his contract. People want to make a salary dump for that. Yeah. No, it's definitely questions to think about for sure. Start of the third quarter here, guys. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Pistons and Bulls, 2-point basketball game. Anybody's game here, really. Bulls right now on the floor have Okoro, Buzelis, Vucevic, Herter, and Jones. Pistons have Duncan, Paul Reed, Stewart, Ivy, and Thompson. It's just a mess, Lawrence. It's like federally, and then he's got to get NBA cleared, and it's a giant mess that he's in right now, and the NBA basically won't let him in right now. But he did say, like, on his social media, is like if he does go back, there's only one team and he wants to go for the Pistons. So I don't know, it's kind of a mess. All right, Jones with the basketball here. Finds Buzelis for the lob slam. Nice lob slam from the Bulls right there. 52-52 basketball game. Like the live stream, guys. If you guys are new, appreciate you guys all tuning into the show. Welcome to the party, folks. Tie basketball game. Bulls and Pistons down the stretch here. Pistons turn it over here. Herder looking to drive inside, puts up a left layup. It is good. 54-52 basketball game. Ivy's feeling his tryout. It's tough. What do you do with Jaden Ivey, man? Isaiah Stewart finds Ausar Thompson inside, puts up a shot, no good, off the mark here. It's going to be Pistons basketball underneath. Looks like it was off the Bulls' last touch. What's up, Lava Sands? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm a Detroit sports fan. Usually we do these play-by-play games with the Pistons whenever we can. But we do like the shorts. I post a lot of shorts content. Basically anything major. Ausar Thompson goes inside for the slam. So like tomorrow I'll do like a recap of like the Miami Ole Miss college football playoff game. Baseball, any big sports news I'll give my 2 cents on, and then Piston streams. Stu needs to start aside Duran. Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duran in the same rotation would be nice. And JB's worked with that a couple times this year. Kevin Herder working inside to Vucevic. Vucevic puts up a nice mid-range floater. 56-54 basketball game. 2-point basketball game. 10:40 left to play in the third quarter. Ausar Thompson goes to his right. Working on Herder. Ausar backs out now. Finds Paul Reed at the top of the key. One-on-one against Mates. Gives up to Duncan. Duncan at the top of the key. Puts up a 3. Buries it. Huge shot for Duncan Robinson. 57-56 basketball game. That's all we got him in free agency. What's going on, Colin? How you doing, dude? Pistons 57, Bulls 56. 10:15 left to play in the third quarter. Duncan's got 12 points tonight. He's 4 for 7 from 3. Vucevic at the top of the key. Looking to find Jones. Jones drives baseline. Finds Mates. Kicks it off to Herder. Herder puts up a 3. Off the mark, no good. Boarded by Ausar Thompson. Ausar looking to push it for the Pistons here. Gives up to Duncan. Finds Ausar. Paul Reed sets a screen for Ausar. Backdoor find. It's going to be turned over, though, by the Bulls. Cross-court pass up to Herder. Bulls slam it home. 58-57 basketball game. 9:45 left to play here in the third quarter. Pistons take a timeout. Commercial break underway. Pretty good, Colin. Good to see you, dude. (58-57). Pistons in a timeout here. 1-point basketball game. 9:44 left to play here in the third quarter. This is going to go down to the wire. Bulls, you know what? Like I said, they could make the play-in. Play-in, I could see the Bulls being like the 9 or the 10. They get in and they maybe get the 8 seed. So this is a team that, again, they're still dealing with injuries. Like, no Kobe White, no Josh Giddey. You know, those are like 2 of their big scorers on this team. So, and that's just it, Lava. Like, if you're going to give up multiple first-round picks, you have to get a legit star. You know, because you got to be careful trading first-round picks. And again, like I said this before, the Pistons are in such a great spot because they're so young and they've already exceeded expectations. I want to look at what the preseason odds were before the season started to say, yeah, the Pistons are going to finish as the 1 seed in the East. 50-1. Like, nobody thought that was going to happen. Ausar's pathetic at times, turns the ball over too much. Ausar is also, trying to find his groove. He's our best defender on the team. Probably the most athletic guy that we have. And he's under, he's 22, 23 years old. Ausar's slowly trying to find a jump shot right now. And he did pretty well against Brunson in the playoffs last year. So it's easy to point out flaws for everyone. And like I said, like Cade, again, turnover situation for him and clutch shots, primetime clutch shots. There was an argument right now, like Halliburton versus Cade, and on like our local radio station here in Michigan, 97.1. And they were saying that Tyrese Halliburton has made bigger clutch shots over Cade in his career. And I would say that's a fair argument. You take a look at Halliburton with the Pacers last year. He took them to the finals, and he made some huge shots at the buzzer in the playoffs. Cade hasn't had that moment yet. I believe in Cade. He's still great. He is like Very, very good star, borderline superstar. I think top 5 player in the NBA when he's on his A game. And when you have as young of a core as the Pistons do, you got to be careful of is it really necessary to trade firsts, multiple firsts? And a guy with Trajan Langdon, I think he realizes that. Like last year, didn't really make much of a crazy case at the deadline. He got Dennis Schroeder, and Schroeder was great. But nothing insane, like jaw-dropping trade. Ivy with the basketball here, gives up to Duncan Robinson. Duncan finds Isaiah Stewart at the top of the key here. Duncan rolls off the screen, finds Isaiah Stewart again. Stewart, 3 seconds in the shot clock, one-on-one against Vucevic. Paul Reed has to put up a 3. It's going to be blocked, though, by Mates. Bulls looking to push it up the floor here. Mates with the basketball. Puts up a 3 from the corner. He buries it. Tough shot for Matas Buzelis. It's a 4-point basketball game. Pistons down by 4. What's up, Neil? How you doing, bro? Bulls on a 13-5 run here. 9 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Duncan on the right wing. Duncan finds Paul Reed, working against Matis. Gives it up to Asar. Asar inside. Left-handed layup off the mark. No good. Bulls get it back here. Paul Reed, nearly stole it away. It's going to be a foul, though, on Paul Reed against Vucevic. Asar turns it over because Ivy's scared to be on the ball right now. That's a fair case. And again, it's Pistons need to find out how to play without Cade on the floor, too. And we have won games without Cade in the past, but that's something that the depth in the bench needs to look at as well. Vucevic knocks down a big 3. It's a 7-point basketball game. 16-5 run from this Bulls team. Pistons down by 7. Jaden Ivey, it's time to take over, Ivey. Ivey goes inside, mid-range jump shot, off the mark, no good, boarded by Vucevic. Jones has it for the Bulls. Jones working on the right wing against Isaiah Stewart. It's funny, nobody is testing Isaiah Stewart inside anymore. Like before, people would try to get a shot over him in the paint, and that's just not going to happen. They always back out now. Jones working on Stewart, finds Vucevic underneath. Vucevic misses the right-handed hook shot, boarded by the Pistons. Paul Reed has it, gives up to Duncan. Robinson finds Ivy at the top of the key. Ivy drives inside, finds Isaiah Stewart. He puts up a 3. He knocks it in. Isaiah Stewart, beef stew. He is on his A game right now. 7:30 left to play in the third quarter. Mates from the right wing for 3. He buries it right back at you in your face. Anything you can do, I can do better. Mates knocks it down. 7:20 left to play in the third quarter. Ivy gives it up to Paul Reed. Paul Reed tries a 3 from the right wing. Off the mark, no good. Boarded by the Bulls. Jones looking to push it for Chicago. Backs out. Finds Vucevic at the top of the key, one-on-one against Isaiah Stewart. Finds Buzelis. Buzelis drives inside. Asar blocks the shot. Nice block from Asar. Bulls on a 19-8 run. The Tobias replacement. Isaiah Stewart, he's got 20 points for the Pistons. This is Isaiah Stewart. He's known for his defense. We're paying him for his defense. And he's got 20 points in the third quarter right now. Vucevic finds Buzelis, one-on-one against Isaiah Stewart. Mates, he's got 17 points of his own. Mates, one-on-one against Beef Stew. Beef Stew blocks it at the rim. Boarded by Paul Reed. Paul Reed looking to push it for the Pistons here, back the other way. Paul Reed inside, kicks it out to Isaiah Stewart. He tries a 3 again. He knocks it down. Isaiah Stewart, Beef Stew, he knocks it down again. Cade standing up on the bench. It's a 4-point game. Beef Stew's got 23 points. Patrick Williams inside, blocked by Paul Reed's going to be going to the free throw line here. Excuse me, Okoro. Okoro's going to go to the free throw line here. Blocked by Isaiah Stewart. It's going to be a foul called on Isaiah Stewart, though. Isaiah Stewart, I would not trade him for prime Jordan. If you gave me prime Michael Jordan right now, and I have Isaiah Stewart, I'm taking Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart checks out in foul trouble. Williams with the basketball finds Kevin Huerter. It's going to be an offensive foul moving screen called on Patrick Williams. 6:20 left to play in the third quarter. Oh, man. I had to get one in there because we're facing the Bulls, of course. Now, Jordan's the GOAT. Jenkins working inside. It's going to be off his knee, though. He turns it over. It's going to be Bulls basketball. Bulls 67, Pistons 63. Ayo Dosunmu on the right wing working on Duncan Robinson. Ayo kicks it back outside to Kevin Huerter. Working to Okoro. Okoro gets caught up, finds Mates, off the mark, no good. Huerter puts up a shot. That's off the mark here. It's going to be boarded by the Bulls. It's going to be last touch by the Pistons. It's going to be Bulls basketball. Would it be fair to call Stu a legit stretch five? I mean, right now, I would say yes. And he's kind of a small five. I don't know how tall he is, but he's definitely on the shorter side. But, listen, he can knock down threes right now. It's going to stay here with the Bulls off the Pistons once again. 5:46 left to play in the third quarter. Bulls 67, Detroit 63. Isaiah Stewart is, I just don't know, like, he's like the perfect player for this team. Kevin Huerter inside, left-handed layup is off the mark here, no good, boarded by Paul Reed. Asar Thompson grabs it. Asar looking to push it for the Pistons here on the right wing. Pistons down 4, looking to make something happen. Asar gives up the dance Jenkins. Jenkins at the top of the key. Asar sets the screen for Jenkins, one-on-one, Jenkins versus Kevin Huerter. Jenkins working inside, mid-range jump shot, off the mark, no good, boarded by Patrick Williams of the Bulls. Williams gets it up to Ayo Dosunmu, back to Williams. Williams, one-on-one against Ron Holland, inside, spin move, turnaround shot, off the mark, no good, boarded by Duncan Robinson. Jenkins now has it for the Pistons, at the top of the key. Jenkins looking to make a man miss, finds Ron Holland on the left side. Working on Isaac Okoro. Holland inside, blocked by Okoro. Working inside, puts up the right-handed layup off the mark, no good. Boarded by Patrick Williams. Kevin Huerter going inside against Duncan Robinson. Tough finish at the rim. 69-63 basketball game. Pistons down by 6. 4:35 left to play in the third quarter. Jenkins at the top of the key. Finds Duncan Robinson, inside to Paul Reed, backdoor find to Ron Holland, off the mark, no good. Paul Reed gets his own rebound, and he puts it in. Big shot from Paul Reed underneath. 69-65 basketball game. 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Bulls have it. Okoro on the right wing. Step back 3 over Paul Reed, no good, way off the mark. Boarded by Asar Thompson. Pistons down 4 with 4 minutes left. Ron Holland thought about a 3, drives inside, working on Huerter, backs it out to Jenkins. Paul Reed sets the screen for Jenkins. Jenkins rolls off of it. Asar sets the screen for Jenkins. It's going to be a foul called, blocking foul on the Bulls on Olbrich. 3:52 left to play in the third quarter. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Bulls 69, Pistons 65. Caris LeVert checks into the game here for the Pistons. Takes out Duncan Robinson. We need LeVert to start hitting some threes. He hasn't been playing as well as of late. He's coming off an injury, but he's got to start making some shots. Jenkins looking to inbound here for the Pistons. Gives up to Caris LeVert. Finds Ron Holland. Right back to LeVert on the right wing. LeVert is going to get fouled by Jones. He's going to stay here with the Pistons. Yeah, we got to get the ball moving. Spread the ball around the perimeter. I agree 100%. Jenkins has it for the Pistons at the top of the key. Finds Javonte Green, who checks into the game as well here for the Pistons. Javonte Green working on Patrick Williams. Javonte Green loses it. Bulls steal it, looking to push it back the other way here. Ayo Dosunmu for 3 from the left wing. He buries it. 72-65 basketball game. 3:25 left to play in the third quarter. Let Sasser be great. Yeah, we got to get Sasser in for an opportunity Isaiah Stewart looking to check back into the game here for the Pistons. Javonte Green at the top of the key. Finds LeVert. LeVert goes to his left, kicks it out, throws it away. Stolen away by Patrick Williams. Williams going inside against Jenkins. Mismatch. It's going to be off the mark, though. LeVert gets the rebound. Jenkins looking to push it for the Pistons. Inside, goes to his right. Right-handed layup off the mark. It's going to get wedgied at the rim, and it's going to be a jump ball. Cade is out tonight with a wrist injury. So Cade, Tobias, and Duren are all out for the Pistons in this one. Bulls 72, Pistons 65. It's going to come down to the wire. Bulls take a timeout here, and we got a commercial break on tap. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, guys, let me know in the chat. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Pistons right now, leading scorer, Isaiah Stewart, absolute menace. 23 points. He's 41. I'm sorry. He's 10 for 13 from the floor, 2 for 3 from the three-point line. Duncan's got 12. Bulls right now off the bench. Ayo Dosunmu still leading scorer. He's got 18 points for the Bulls right now. What's up, Frank? Pistons don't have any rhythm right offense right now. Yeah, they gotta get the rhythm back for sure. The first NBA game I've watched, oh my goodness. Probably somewhere in that 04 Pistons team. That was probably one of the first games I watched, yeah. Because I was only 5. So, yeah. In person, probably, I think I was 10 once I went to a Pistons game. I went when I was 10. That was when it was at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Yeah, only one person's been doing anything right now offensively, and that's Isaiah Stewart. Duncan's made a couple threes in this game, but yeah, we got to get some productive usage out of like Sasser, Jenkins, LeVert down the stretch here. Sasser hasn't really played much in this game, so I'm wondering if JV puts him in again. Coming back from a commercial break here, guys. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. 2:51 left to play here in the third quarter. So Cade, he is currently 4th in the Eastern Conference right now in terms of all-star fan voting, so that's good to see. No surprises there. You know, I think had Jalen Duren would have been healthier, you could have made the case that Jalen Duren could have been an all-star reserve this year. I think that's how well he's playing. I think Duren I think he's going to be an all-star next year. If he keeps playing at this pace and improving his game, I think he'll be an all-star with Cade next year. I think he'll have 2 all-stars for the Pistons next year. Cade's probably a lock every year if he stays healthy. Ivy, tough decision, man. Stewart gets the rebound off the tip-off from the wedgie. LeVert has it for the Pistons. Gives up to Jenkins. Jenkins goes to his right, inside, kicks it across to Holland. Holland looking to set something up here for the Pistons. Drives to his right, inside, left-handed layup is good. Count the bucket for Ron Holland. Cade's fired up for that one on the bench. 2:28 left to play in the third quarter here. Ulbrich with the basketball finds Ayo Dosunmu at the top of the key. Ayo. Stolen away by Javonte Green. Javonte Green going coast to coast. Inside right-handed layup is good. Javonte Green. Huge steal putback for Javonte Green. Jones inside here. Cross-court pass to Patrick Williams. He puts up a 3. Off the mark. No good. It's going to be boarded by Chicago, though. Jones has it, working on Isaiah Stewart. Jones, one-on-one, goes to his right inside, blocked by Isaiah Stewart. Stop trying him at the rim. You're not going to win. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Goes to his left. It's going to be a blocking foul called on Ulbrich. It's going to stay here with the Pistons. Why is JB playing LeVert is beyond me. I would not play him if I had 4 guys out. It would be 5-on-1 if you had LeVert. I'd just say, nah, LeVert, just stay on the bench. Yeah, LeVert, he's been disappointing. Like, he's got to do something. I know Trajan Langdon got him in the offseason, and we kind of relied on him from his three-point shooting off the bench, and it's just been tough. Tough to see so far. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Backdoor find Devontae Green. He kind of throws it out of bounds, though. Tried to get underneath. Right idea, just kind of a bad pass from Jenkins. 72-69 basketball game. I think they're going to actually say it was last touched by the Bulls, so it was deflected by the Bulls. It's going to stay here, though, with Detroit. All right, so Devontae Green at the top of the key. Isaiah Stewart sets the screen, gets it back, gives up to Jenkins. Jenkins, 3 seconds on the shot clock, has to put up a 3 at the top of the key. No good, off the mark here. Bulls get it back. Jones looking to push it for the Bulls. Finds Vucevic, gives up to Ayo DeSumo. He puts up a 3 and he buries it. 75-69 basketball game, a minute 15 left to play in the third quarter. Bulls 75, Pistons 69. Ayo DeSumo's got 21 points tonight for the Bulls. Leading scorer for them. Isaiah Stewart inside. Turnaround. Slams it home for Beef Stew underneath. That's a grown man dunk right there. 75-71. Blocked by Isaiah Stewart underneath. Caris LeVert with the basketball underneath. Right-handed layup is in. It's a 2-point basketball game. Cade should be back by Saturday for the Clippers game. Pistons on a quiet little 8-3 run here. Vucevic at the top of the key, working on Isaiah Stewart. Finds Terry at the top of the key. Back out to Patrick Williams. Williams looking to get to Vucevic. Ends up with it. Vucevic puts up a floater. He gets it to go. 77-73 basketball game. It's awesome to see, J-Moke. Exactly, BD. Stop trying him. Isaiah Stewart, man, he's just been off the bench, too. Like he is just such an efficient player when he steps on the floor. His antics sometimes cost him. He picks up a couple technical fouls here and there, but he's just, again, it's Bill Laimbeer and Ben Wallace have a kid. Caris LeVert knocks down a 3 from the left wing. That's a huge hoop for Caris LeVert. Pistons bench is on their feet. 77-76 basketball game. Vucevic at the buzzer for 3. Off the mark, no good. 1-point basketball game. We're going to the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Pistons down by 1. We got a good game on tap, folks. Like the live stream, subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. They should just run the offense through Beefs doing the post. Honestly, like, every time you get Isaiah Stewart underneath, he just backs everyone down and just has like a nice little floater game, jump shot, hook shot, and it's just been working. I mean, that last bucket he had, he literally just drove Ayo DeSumo to the ground, just spin moved off him and just slammed it in. Commercial break, fourth quarter underway. Bulls 77, Pistons 76. I can't wait to call the playoffs, dude. Playoff basketball. And you got to imagine, too, you're going to start the series through Detroit. It could very well come through Detroit in the East this year. He can obviously shoot better than Ben. Yeah, Ben Wallace couldn't really shoot. But again, it's like, you know, he's just been so efficient for the Pistons. And again, like any other team in the NBA, I don't think he's as successful as if he's on the Pistons right now. And there's been tons of instances where players, they just get drafted by the right team, and the fit in the scheme of the offense is everything, you know? And just sometimes players have to get traded before they can really shine. Why is Stu looking better than Ivy? If you remember, Trajan Langdon traded up in the draft to get Isaiah Stewart. I'm pretty sure. Isaiah Stewart, draft pick trade. Yeah, he was drafted 16th in the 2020 draft by the Blazers, traded him to the Rockets, and the Rockets flipped him to the Pistons. That's right. We traded Christian Wood for him. Did we give up a first? Well, okay, we kind of did. We gave up a first, but we got a first and we took Isaiah Stewart, basically. Yeah, we took him at 16th. And yeah, I remember Christian Wood. I remember that. Christian Wood was good. He had that little 2-year stint where he was a solid player for us. They want to play a video game that's a grown man you're playing with. Exactly, Antoine. My grandma's better than Ivy. Oh my gosh, dude. You gotta give Ivy more time, man. Like, it's just, he's still coming off that injury and he's still trying to find his flow. He's coming off the bench. He's used to starting, and it's just, you gotta give him time. Jenkins with the basketball. Gives it up to Chaz Lanier. Chaz Lanier checks into the game for the Pistons. Love to see it. I see it, Chaz. Ron Holland from the corner for 3. He buries it. Tough shot for Ron Holland. The Pistons have the lead. 79-77 basketball game. 11:34 left to play in the fourth quarter. Kevin Huerter gives it up to Vucevic. Throws it away. It's going to be off the Pistons, though. It's going to be last touch by Chaz Lanier, and it's going to be Chicago Bulls basketball. All right, so Bulls get it underneath. 2-point game here. Bulls up to Vucevic. Vucevic working on Isaiah Stewart at the top of the key. Stolen away by Isaiah Stewart. Jenkins has it 2-on-1. Lobs it to Javonte Green. He misses the dunk. It was a 2-on-1 fast break the other way. Jenkins and Javonte Green. Jenkins throws up the lob to Javonte Green, and Green missed the dunk. Oh, man. Well, Bulls get it back here. 79-77 basketball game. Javonte Green get fouled on that? He might have gotten fouled in the air. Let's see. Yeah, it was just a missed dunk. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. All right, Bulls have it here, looking to push it the other way. 11:05 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Bulls at the top of the key. Finds Buzelis on the left wing. Blocked and stolen away by Stewart. Chaz Lanier has it for the Pistons. Chaz Lanier, mid-range jump shot. He puts it in. How about Chaz Lanier getting some action for the Pistons? 81-77. 10:42 left to play in the fourth quarter. Huerter with the basketball. He's going to get fouled by Chaz Lanier. He's going to stay here with Chicago. Right, if we had a consistent guy that scored 25 with Cade, yeah, that'd be insane. Pistons 81, Bulls 77. Jones has it, working on Jenkins. Cross-court pass for 3. Off the mark here, no good. Vucevic with the rebound. Jones puts up a 3 on the left wing. Off the mark, he can't hit it. Boarded by Ron Holland. Holland with the basketball. At the top of the key, going coast to coast. Inside, slams it home. Great play from Ron Holland. He goes the full length of the court, goes at Chicago, and slams it in. Fans love it at LCA. 10:08 left to play in the fourth quarter. Kevin Huerter for 3 from the right wing. Off the mark, no good. Vucevic gives it up to Mates. Mates tries a 3. He buries it. 83-80 basketball game. 9:54 left to play in the fourth quarter. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Goes to his left, working inside, up to Ron Holland. Holland puts up a tough shot. It's going to be an offensive foul, though, on Jenkins. They're going to call it before he dished it off here. It's going to be a charge on the Bulls. Good defense there from Phillips there. Pistons 83, Chicago 80. J.D. Bickerstaff's upset with that call. Pistons are going to challenge this. JB believes that it wasn't a charging call. So we got a challenge in the works here right now. 9:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. We got a commercial break underway here. Pistons are challenging this call. Jenkins went at the rim and ran over Phillips. The ref claims that Phillips took the charge right now, so we're going to see what this call ends up being. Like Ron is ceiling super high. So he's going to learn how to dribble, right? And considering the draft class a couple years ago that we got Ron Holland at pick 5 from, it was a solid pick. Like, that draft class, if you look at the list of that draft class, it is not good. It's pretty bad. So Holland at 5, considering where we were at, we'll take it. Ron Holland can give you energy and defense off the bench. And listen, that's all we need from Holland. We're not asking him to do a crazy amount. You know, if he can give us that defensive spark plug with like Isaiah Stewart in that second rotation, I will be happily fine with that. I want to see what Chaz Lanier can do. Yeah, me too. It's good to see that JB's actually giving him some minutes in this game. He was tearing it up in the G League. When he got sent down there, he was having some very nice games. So, still in a timeout here. We're still waiting to see if this challenge is successful or not. Like the live stream, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Pistons in a nail biter with the Chicago Bulls. Kind of a second unit depth game for both these teams here. Chaz ready to knock down some threes. I mean, when he was at Tennessee, he was balling at Tennessee. Just gotta get him on like Dennis Jenkins had early in the year. Exactly. Yeah. But we're gonna need him. So the Pistons win this challenge. JB Bickerstaff was correct. So he wins the challenge. Pistons get the basketball back here. And that's a good challenge from JB right there. So Jenkins went at the hole at Phillips to the basket. Phillips sets his feet. They're going to call it a blocking foul instead of a charge. So that's a good call from the ref. Or a good challenge, I should say, from JB. Yeah, we do need a basket. Jenkins at the top of the key here, working on Ayo Dosunmu. Chaz Lanier, turnaround mid-range J, off the mark, no good. That would have been awesome if he made that. That's all right. Bulls get it back here. 9:25 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Ayo Dosunmu has it for the Bulls. Gives it up to Herder, working on Vucevic. Vucevic one-on-one against Isaiah Stewart. Vucevic trying to find the open man here. 5 seconds, gives up to Herder. Herder goes to his right. Cross-court pass. It is deflected, stolen away by Javonte Green. Gives it up to Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins looking to push it here for the Pistons at the top of the key. Finds Chaz Lanier. Chaz Lanier for 3. He buries it! Chaz Lanier off the bench. Limited opportunity, and he makes the most of it right now. He's got 5 points for the Pistons. A huge 3 for Chaz Lanier. Ayo Dosunmu at the top of the key. He tries a 3 of his own. He answers right back. Clutch shot for Ayo Dosunmu. 86-83. I watched him in the Big Ten at Illinois growing up. That guy can play, man. 8:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. Love to see Chaz Lanier get minutes. That's awesome. You got to start. I mean, the only way he can get better is if he gets more minutes. Jenkins has it on the left wing. Jenkins looking to find the open man here. Finds Javonte Green. Goes to his left. Right-handed layup is in. Count the bucket for Javonte Green. 88-83 basketball game. Javonte Green lost his shoe. He's got to put his shoe back on. Gives up to Ayo Dosunmu. Wide open again for Ayo Dosunmu. Off the mark, no good. Tapped out by Vucevic. He's going to get it back, though. Finds Buzelas. Buzelas puts up a 3. That's off the mark. Chaz Lanier with the rebound. Finds Jenkins on the right wing. It's going to be a timeout, though, from the Pistons. Chaz Lanier, that's so good to see. That's our second-round pick going to work. And he's played very little minutes for the Pistons this year. So that's really cool to see. 88-83 basketball game. 8 minutes left to play in regulation. This game's not over. This is still far from over. Good time. Let's see if we can get something set up here for our players. Yeah, for sure. These guys are making Ivy look so expendable. Oh, man. I wish if we did trade him, he had a little bit more stock. It's because his stock isn't that great right now. Give you guys some stats here. Ayo Dosunmu leading the way for the Bulls. He's got 24 points off the bench. Buzelis has 20. Vucevic has 15. Pistons right now. Stewart has 25 points. Duncan's got 12. Paul Reed 7. Ivy's got 8. Asar 7. Holland's got 11 points off the bench right now. That's a solid game from Ron Holland. 11 points, 4 rebounds. Good to see it. I was someone I wanted the Pistons again in 2021. I can't remember how we didn't get him if he drafted before Isaiah Livers and Luka Garza. Let me see. Yeah, when he was at Illinois, MSU, he was good. I saw him play in person, I think, at the Breslin Center. Ayo Dosunmu draft pick. He was a second-round pick. Yeah, he was drafted 38th. Yeah. That's crazy. Ivy's still my favorite Piston. I'm part of the party, Addy, that I think we should keep Ivy. You know, a lot of people want to trade him, and I understand why, but not yet. I still think there's work to be done with Ivy's growth and potential, and listen, it could end up being really good because we could get Ivy at such a friendly contract this offseason to where if he unlocks his full potential, then you're talking a really nice deal with Ivy if he taps into his full potential this offseason, you know, so we'll see. Jenkins has it back from commercial break. Pistons up by 5. Jenkins with the basketball goes inside here. Right-handed layup is off the mark, no good, boarded by the Bulls. Buzelis has it for the Bulls here on the right wing. Gives it up to Ayo Dosunmu. Ayo finds Buzelis. Thought about a 3, working on Javonte Green on the right wing. Buzelis gives it back up to Ayo. 5 seconds in the shot clock. Ayo's got to get a shot off. Finds Kevin Huerter. He puts up a 3. Off the mark, no good, boarded by Javonte Green. That always has been the question. Can he fit with Cade? Yeah, I agree. Jenkins finds Stewart at the top of the key. Kicks it back out to Jenkins. Jenkins on the left wing here. Finds Javonte Green. He puts up a 3. Off the mark, no good. It is boarded by Ron Holland. What a rebound by Holland. He finds Jenkins. Jenkins puts up a 3. Off the mark, no good. Gets his own rebound. Jenkins drives to his left inside to Isaiah Stewart, who slams it home. Alley-oop slams it home. What a pass and find from Jenkins to Isaiah Stewart. 90-83 basketball game. That's a career high for Beef Stew, ladies and gentlemen. 27 points. How about it for Beef Stew, man? Love to see it. Ayo Dosunmu working inside to the Bulls. Puts up a nice layup. 90-85 basketball game. Olbrich knocks it down. 6:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. Jenkins has it for the Pistons, finds Holland. Holland working inside to Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart looking to back down Huerter. Stewart gives it up to Jenkins. Stewart again sets the screen for Jenkins. Jenkins finds Stewart inside again for the slam. He's got 29 points. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. That is a grown man underneath the basket. Stop playing with Isaiah Stewart. Holy molasses. We have an absolute gem on defense, and who knew he had 29 points in his bag? 92-85 Pistons. Bulls have to take a timeout. We're on a commercial break. Such an amazing sign to see for this Pistons team. God, if we had him healthy against the Knicks last year, dude, oh my word. He is in the zone right now. He is putting this team single-handedly on his back. He's got 29 points, and he's 13 of 16 from the field. Holy Moses. Oh, that is such a good sign, dude. Man. We know what he can be on defense. If he consistently adds this offensive game, oh my goodness, brother. 92-85. Pistons have 3 timeouts. Bulls have 2 timeouts left. Pistons 92, up 7 over the Bulls. This is a rivalry. People forget. I mean, Bulls, Pistons, you talk about Jordan, the Bad Boys, 89-90. These two teams went at it. This is a historic rivalry. Love to see it, man. Beef stew, man. Holy cow. Beef stew sits down for a breather. Well-deserved. It's a career high for him. 29 points in 28 minutes. He's 2 for 3 from the three-point line. He's only missed 3 shots all game. He's on a mission. Man on a mission. Vucevic looking to back down Paul Reed here. Jenkins comes to help. He's going to get a reach-and foul, though, called on Dennis Jenkins. Detroit versus Chicago in general. Oh, man. Red Wings, Blackhawks, Bears, Lions, Tigers, White Sox over the years for sure. 5:55 left to play in the fourth quarter. Ayo DeSumo finds Vucevic at the top of the key. Vucevic working inside, mid-range jump shot off the mark. No good. Boarded by Dennis Jenkins. 5:40 left to play in the game. Jenkins looking to slow it down here for the Pistons. Paul Reed sets a screen for Jenkins. Finds Asar Thompson on the left wing. Asar working inside, trying to back down Ayo. Puts up a layup. No good. Off the mark. Boarded by Buzelis. Jones with the basketball. Finds Ayo DeSumo for 3. Off the mark here. No good. Boarded by Paul Reed. 5:15 left to play in the fourth quarter. Sasser. I'm sorry. That's Chaz Lanier. My bad. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Jenkins finds Javonte Green inside. Try to get to Paul Reed. Paul Reed underneath. Dirk Nowitzki shot. Oh, my goodness. He almost made that. He had like a Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway kick out. He missed it, though. Jenkins with the rebound, though. Jenkins looking to go to work on Mates inside here. Cross-court pass to Chaz Lanier for 3 on the left wing. He buries it. Chaz Lanier. 95-85. Cade's fired up on the Pistons bench. 19-8 run here. That's the second made 3 for Chaz in this game. Chaz Lanier. Welcome, brother, to the Pistons. Bulls missed the shot. Paul Reed gets it back here. Pistons looking to push it up here. 4:20 left to play in the fourth quarter. Jenkins at the top of the key working on Ayo DeSumo. 4:15 left to play in the fourth quarter. Paul Reed sets the screen for Jenkins. Jenkins rolls off it. Finds Paul Reed underneath. Paul Reed puts up a floater. He hits it. 97-85 basketball game, and the Bulls have to take a timeout. They are in shambles down the stretch. Chaz Lanier, welcome to the NBA, buddy. We're going to need your three-point shooting from somebody on this team, and he's knocking down 2 big threes to the Pistons in very little minutes that he's played in this game. 8 minutes only played for Chaz Lanier. Making the most of it. He's got 8 points, which is tied by Jaden Ivey, by the way. They both got 8 points apiece. Oh, man. Depth from this Pistons team. You love to see it. Pistons 97, Chicago 85. Bulls are in a timeout here. I want to call a Chaz Lanier game-winning buzzer beater 3 one day. I love this. Is like amazing. Like Isaiah Stewart has his coming out party tonight, man. I mean, 29 points, career high. He's an elite defender in the NBA, and he is putting on a case right now. He's put on a full clinic. Coming back from commercial break, Pistons up by 12, looking to slam the door shut on Chicago here. Paul Reed's got 9 points, 6 boards, couple assists. Bulls get it back here, 4 minutes left. Time running out for Chicago. Game's not over yet, though. Mates at the top of the key. Finds Vucevic inside. Vucevic knocks down that mid-range hook shot he loves. 97-87 basketball game. 3:45 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Jenkins at the top of the key. Yeah, Lanier. Well, probably Isaiah Stewart. Yeah, Isaiah Stewart's going to get the belt for sure tonight. By the way, that's a good thing. They pass around this WWE belt in the locker room the Pistons have for every game. It's like the player of the game selected by the previous winner. And Isaiah Stewart, yeah, he's going to definitely find his groove. Dennis Jenkins, by the way, he's got 14 assists. Jenkins at the top of the key, looking to make a man miss, finds Javonte Green inside, finds Asar Thompson underneath. Asar Thompson slams it home. 99-87 basketball game. 3:23 left to play in the fourth quarter. Bulls turn it over. Javonte Green looking to push it for the Pistons. Javonte working inside. It's going to be a foul called underneath on the Bulls. Pistons close to holding another team under 100 points. Love to see it, especially in today's modern game. What's up, 1 point? Most by a Pistons reserve since Ish Smith back in 2017. Ish Smith was, I liked Ish Smith as a player. Jenkins, cross-court pass to Javonte Green. Javonte Green off the mark, no good. It's going to be boarded by the Bulls. 3 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Ayo Dosunmu at the top of the key, working on Chaz Lanier. Jones goes to the rim. Right-handed layup is going to be off the mark. He's going to get fouled, though, before the shot. Like the live stream, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Pistons looking to put the nail in the coffin here before they get ready for the Clippers on Saturday. That's going to be a really good game, guys. Tune into that game. Pistons are looking for revenge. Kawhi dropped like 55 points the last time we faced him a couple weeks ago. Pistons 99, Chicago 87. It's going to stay here with the Bulls. They need to get a basket. $2:55 left to play in the fourth quarter. Bulls right now on the floor have Ayo Dosunmu, Jones, Herter, Vucevic, Buzelis. Pistons have Stewart, Asar, Javonte Green, Lanier, and Jenkins. Bulls looking inbound here. Finds Vucevic at the top of the key on the left wing. Off the mark, no good. Boarded by Isaiah Stewart. Chaz Lanier have the basketball, looking to push it for the Pistons. Lanier finds Jenkins. Top of the key, Isaiah Stewart sets the screen for Jenkins. Jenkins rolls off of it. Finds Chaz Lanier. Chaz Lanier for 3 on the left wing. Off the mark. Oh, I wanted him to hit that so bad. 2:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. Jones goes to the rim. Backs it out. It's going to be last touch by the Pistons, I think. It's going to stay here with the Bulls. Detroit, what's cooking? Just some beef stew. There needs to be a beef stew section at LCA. We should have Stu or Paul Reed guard Kawhi. Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup. 2:27 left to play in the fourth quarter. Javonte Green steals it off the inbound pass. He gets fouled by Buzelis. So, Javonte Green, nice steal again. How many minutes for Chaz and Ivy? I don't want to look. Chaz Lanier has 10 minutes, 8 points. Ivy has 20 minutes, 8 points. Kind of concerning. Appreciate you, Hal. Thanks, buddy. You're the man, dude. 2:26 left to play in the fourth quarter. Appreciate you, Eddie, stopping in. What's going on? Isaiah Stewart inside, working on Vucevic one-on-one. Isaiah Stewart, turnaround hook shot is in. Isaiah Stewart, ladies and gentlemen, has 31 points. This is our second string center, and he is on this team for our defense. He has 31 points, a career high for Beef Stew. Bulls on the left wing here. Gives up to Vucevic. Vucevic knocks down a three. Like depth, like no Cade, no Tobias, no Duren. That's three huge starters missing on this team. I know it's the Bulls and they're down injuries as well, but it's the resilience and the group effort that this team can play even when their stars are injured. Asar Thompson, backdoor find from Isaiah Stewart. He puts it in, 103-90. Isaiah Stewart's having himself a night. 1:30 left to play in regulation. Bulls got to take their final timeout. This game's over. Like the live stream, guys. Subscribe before you guys go. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. There's still a minute left to play. Buzelis, Vucevic both have 20 points. Dosuma's got 24. Isaiah Stewart, 31 points. Jenkins, 14 assists. We just need everyone to stay healthy in the playoffs. That's all I ask you. That's all I'm asking for. You just give me a healthy Pistons team in the playoffs this year. The sky is the limit for this team. Man, I love Isaiah Stewart, dude. Oh, man. I had some concerns when we gave him that like 4-year, $60 million deal. I'm like, all right. He has been, him and Duren, like, our bigs have improved a ton this year. Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart, because you're looking at mostly offense from Jalen Duren and a little bit of defense. He's your starting center. But look out. You got the second unit rolling off the bench, an absolute freight train monster in Isaiah Stewart coming to ruin your night offensively. And he can score too, dude. Back from commercial break here. Wrapping it up, guys. Pistons 103, Chicago 90. I'm going to have to cook some beef stew this weekend. Beef stew's good, too. It's a good dish. 1:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. I got to think of some kind of phrase for Isaiah Stewart if he, like, knocks down a buzzer beater one day or something. Cooks up some beef stew and puts it in for the win. Javonte Green, coast to coast. Layup is up and in, 105-90. Bulls are having like their second, third string guys in right now. 1:18 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons up by 15. Ayo Dosunmu with the basketball. Goes to his right, working inside. Layup is good. They're going to call a foul, though, before the basket on Javonte Green. Tolu Smith is going to check into the game here for the Pistons. Doesn't matter who wins the East. OKC's going back-to-back. They haven't been playing great. I mean, like, everybody says OKC's going to run through it again, but if you take a look at the last month of basketball that they've played, they've not looked that great. I mean, they're good, but nowhere near as good as they were last year. I mean, the Spurs are their kryptonite. Didn't, like, the Hornets just beat them the other day or something? There was, like, a team that was way out of the playoffs that just beat them the other day. I don't know. We'll see. When you go through the West, like the Nuggets, the Spurs, I mean, even like playoff LeBron and Luka could maybe upset them. It's, you know, it's, you never really know with that team. I think they probably should make it out of the West, but the Thunder, I don't know. They haven't looked that great as of late. Olbrich misses the first free throws. A minute left to play in the game. What happens if the Knicks get Giannis? That would be a problem. I mean, listen, bring it on. Like, you know what? Give him Giannis, Pistons, Knicks, Eastern Conference Finals, and that would be absolute must-see TV. It'd be concerning, though, for sure. It's a possibility. I don't know. I think Milwaukee's going to hold on to Giannis. Knicks would have to give up, like, a lot. That would be crazy, though. That would be nuts. Javonte Green for three from the left wing. He hits it. Javonte Green off the bench. He can add some three-point shooting in the mix. Right, they would have to destroy the team. right, to get Giannis. Like, multiple firsts. They'd have to give up a couple role players. Bulls for 3 from the wing. They knock it down. 108-93. 20 seconds left, guys. Pistons are going to run it out here, and that's going to be all she wrote. Game, set, and match. Pistons 108. Bulls 93. Pistons win by 15. Play the song was it G-Mac Cash? G-Money Cash? You know, the Pistons won again. OKC with Giannis. That'd be nuts. Pistons win 108-93 without Cade Cunningham, without Tobias Harris, without Jalen Duren. Star of the show, Beef freaking Stew. Not 31 points, 3 rebounds. Jenkins, 14 assists. I mean, he put the team on his back. And if you look at the box score, like, the second next best scorer was Duncan Robinson. He played 23 minutes. Asar 11, Paul Reed 9, Holland, Javonte Green 11 off the bench. Ivy started at point, and he had the same amount of points as Chaz Lanier, who had 11 minutes, and he barely plays. That's a problem. We got the Clippers on Saturday. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Love you all. God bless. I'm Rose Carson on the Carson Shears Show. Go Pistons, and we will see you guys, Clippers and Pistons, Saturday night. Be here to be square. Isaiah freaking Stewart. Good night, guys. Love you all. See you guys next time. God bless. See you guys.